A new pope, a war in Europe, and now a Vatican invitation that could change the course of history? Could we see Putin and Zelensky actually meet face to face in Rome?
Today is May 18th, 2025. The Vatican has officially offered to host peace talks between Vladimir Putin and Volodymyr Zelensky. What does this mean for the conflict? Is this just a symbolic gesture by the Pope? Or is there a real possibility these two leaders could actually sit down together?
This offer comes from Pope Leo XIV, and he's only been in office for 10 days. Ending the Ukraine-Russia war is already his first big diplomatic move. Through Cardinal Parolin, the Vatican's Secretary of State, he's extended an invitation to both presidents to meet in person. That's a major step up, especially after the Istanbul talks, where Putin didn't even attend himself.
Right, in Istanbul, instead of showing up, Putin sent his aide, Vladimir Medinsky. That says a lot. Why would he avoid meeting directly? Is it about security, optics, or something deeper going on?
Could be any or all of those, honestly. What stands out here is that Zelensky has already spoken to Pope Leo by phone. The Vatican is seen as more neutral than Istanbul. So maybe there's more pressure now on Putin to attend. But will he take that risk? And for Zelensky, does he stand to gain enough from meeting face to face?
The Vatican offers a different kind of leverage. It's not military.
It's moral, right? The Pope isn't just giving them a place to meet. He's shaping the conversation around humanitarian issues. He's asked for all prisoners to be released and for children to be reunited with their families. Could that focus shift the whole tone of the negotiations?
That's the real gamble. By putting humanitarian issues first, the Pope is setting a starting point. Can both sides agree on basics, like exchanging prisoners? If that works, maybe they can build up to bigger topics, like a ceasefire or borders. Does the Vatican have much experience with this kind of mediation, or is this pretty much uncharted territory?
The Vatican has hosted back-channel talks before, but rarely at this level. What makes this different is the scope of the war. The energy crisis, food shortages, refugees. If anything shifts here, it won't just affect Ukraine and Russia. It could change Europe's security landscape and maybe even the global economy.
Suppose both leaders say yes to the invitation. What happens next? Are there risks for each of them?
For Putin, showing up in Rome might look like a concession or even weakness back home. For Zelensky, it's a chance to push for real talks. But if there's no progress, he could be criticized for giving ground. And if these talks collapse, does that make any future diplomacy even harder?
These are high stakes. If this goes ahead, could it set a precedent for religious leaders mediating in other conflicts? Or is this just a one-time thing because of the Pope's unique influence?
If this succeeds, it's worth asking, will other conflict zones look to the Vatican or similar neutral places for help? Or does this only work because the world's attention is so focused right now?
Ultimately, it comes down to whether these leaders are willing to put aside the political risks for a shot at peace, or if the symbolism of the Vatican just isn't enough to make a difference. We'll have to wait and see.
So that's where things stand. A new pope, a long-standing war, and a big question mark over Rome. Thanks for joining us as we tried to unpack what could become a turning point in the Ukraine-Russia conflict.
We'll keep following this story as it develops. Thanks for listening.